Hey everyone, happy Boss Fest Friday. We are going to celebrate all of the 10th anniversary things. We're going to talk about all the things that have happened this week so far. We'll give you a bunch more reveals, some very early stages, some ready for pre-order. And we will answer a bunch of questions across a whole host of brands. We're really excited to see you all again. So I have Eric and Andrew and Fred and Katrina with me. You've seen them kind of periodically throughout the week, but I think everybody's got stuff today. But before we jump into reveals, because I know that's what everybody has been excited about, let's just kind of run through this week. If you missed any episode, they are on replay on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So you can go back and rewatch and get all the news kind of firsthand. So let's see. Monday, we talked about the I Am Brilliance Luchadores, Trina, and those went up for pre-order. You want to do quick little update on those and just kind of a recap?
An update? I mean, they haven't changed in a couple of days.
A recap.
Yeah, the I Am Brilliance are an action doll, about 6 inches. They feature Taya and Lady Maravilla for the first 2 characters. They've got rooted hair, soft, good clothing, and they look great, and they are up for pre-order now.
Excellent. And then Eric, we also revealed the Luchacitos live for sale, right?
Yeah, and those should be live for sale as well as individually. As well, you don't have to buy a PDQ; you can actually buy each individual character.
Those are really, really fun. And then we kind of announced that there would be more wrestling news after WrestleCon, that you were kind of holding some stuff for WrestleCon. Yeah. So if you're a wrestling fan, more to come, or come see us at WrestleCon. Tuesday, we talked about hacks, specifically the 10th anniversary Greek hacks. So you want to talk about those figures real quick, Eric?
Yeah, we've got for the 10th anniversary, we're revisiting some old characters. We've got Uriah returning. We have Athena, and we've got the Roman Centurion. So those as part of our second wave of 10th anniversary. They are up for pre-order now, correct?
Yes. They are. And then we also talked on Tuesday, we did updates on the Zorro and Phantom production. So I know a lot of people have been asking about hero hacks. Definitely go back and rewatch Tuesday, because we talked about where those are in production and when people can expect them. Wednesday, it's been a full week, guys. We talked about Sorzoic Warriors. We talked about Wave 1 hitting production at the factory, and we announced Wave 2 and put those up for pre-order. Andrew, you want to do a quick download on Wave 2?
Yeah, we've got 4 new figures in Wave 2, and those are available for pre-order right now from either from bossfightshop.com or our retailers. We've got an Ankylosaur, we've got an Archaeopteryx, we've got a Pachycephalosaur, and what's the one I'm forgetting?
The Triceratops.
Right, the Triceratops with the
skeleton. So
yeah.
How did I remember that and you didn't?
It's like the easiest dinosaur to remember.
So tired.
And then last night we talked about epic hacks. We revealed the skeletons are very close to making port from Wave 1.
Yeah.
So as soon as they hit our warehouse, we'll start getting pre-orders out. But we revealed Wave 2 and opened up pre-orders for those. You want to talk about those 4 figures, Andrew?
Yeah, so 4 new figures in Epic Skeletons Wave 2. That's the Cowboy, the Luchador, the Roman, and the Spartan. And I'm pretty sure that the toy internet is losing their collective minds over the luchador in particular. So it's pretty great.
He's pretty
my favorite too.
You can't have the same favorite, Trina.
Lies.
Oh my goodness. So it has been a week. Before we jump again into the reveals, because we have a lot more, I'm going to ask each of you, what has been your favorite reveal so far this week? So let's see. Andrew, I'm going to have you go first.
Sure. I'm really excited that we finally are moving on some I Am Brilliant stuff. And the luchadoras look amazing. Yeah, I think that's going to be sort of my favorite pick out of this week.
A good one. Fred, how about you? What's your favorite reveal that we did so far this week?
It's got to have to be the Epic Skellies. Andrew and Tony did a great job on those, so they look great.
Those are the only ones you haven't physically touched that we've revealed so far, right?
So, yeah.
Touched all the rest?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did a great job.
Eric, how about you? What's your favorite reveal?
Probably Athena. I'm excited to get that out finally.
Oh, good pick. She is beautiful. Those colors, Eric. And Trina, how about you?
I'm going to say Saurozoic Warriors. Like Wave 1, the colors are so good and the designs are so fun, but Wave 2 is like just another step beyond. So I think they look so good. I can't wait to see what Andrew's got planned for 3 and 4 and 5 and 6.
All the things that will go into Saurozoic. I think that's really fun.
I'll just pretend I'm absolutely working that far ahead. Yep, it's all locked down.
Don't you have like Wave 15 of Popeye designed already?
Well, listen, Popeye is a little easier.
Oh goodness. Well, I know we'll talk Popeye in a little bit. But yeah, this has been quite the week. A good way to celebrate our 10th anniversary. Do we want to jump into some reveals? Because we've got a lot to cover. Okay. So we are going to go through a bunch of brands. I'm going to add some slides that we can talk through in no particular order, but just kind of going through a bunch of stuff. We're going to talk strawberry shortcake. Trina, do you want to kind of give an update on Wave 1?
Wave 1 is in production, in final production at the factory. We're just getting some packaging issues with the strawberry team ironed out, and they are ready to go. Should be done end of spring. Is that what the schedule is?
I believe that is currently
so
yeah,
really, really close. So expect some updates on timing really soon.
Yeah, we're really excited for strawberry, but we're also going to talk about the next wave of strawberry and do some early reveals, right?
Yep.
Are you ready to show them off?
Go for it. All right, we are into sculpt with these, but we don't have final sculpts, so we're showing you the inputs. We've got raspberry tart and rhubarb monkey.
I'm not sure I'd ever heard the name rhubarb monkey before, and I love it, and that makes me
blueberry muffin and cheesecake, which I know I've seen a lot of people excited about blueberry muffin. She's come up in a lot of like, when are we going to get her? So here she is. I know I've seen her sculpt already, and she's looking really good.
And yes, we're all ready for these smells.
Yep.
Let's see. What's next? Lemon
Meringue and her frappe frog.
Oh my goodness. All right. And are we ready to do this last reveal? Because I know this one is like a super special one.
Yeah, the next one actually has a new body type, and it's one of the babies. So apple dumpling and tea time turtle. So she's one that I'm really excited about. So I'm excited to get to a lot of the babies.
And Elaine is really excited for raspberry.
And we hope to have some like sculpts and some more information to show you on these really soon.
Yeah, they're just so fun and so cute. I think I need at least 8 tea time turtles, Trina. Oh, Rip Rocket photography daughter is freaking out over strawberry reveal.
I'm already starting the process of sampling fragrances and getting that going, because we have to start that early to make sure that they smell appropriate to us, to the licensor, and the factory can make it. So that's a whole process that's brand new with strawberry shortcake.
Yeah. And some people are saying they don't know the dumplings. So I educate a lot of people on the world of strawberry shortcake, because it's lots of fun.
There's a lot of characters.
Oh, let's see. We have at least one person who's been dying for lemon meringue. So that's exciting. Good choices. Yeah,
the hardest part on this line is deciding. I love them all, and they're all so popular. It's hard to pick which one's next.
It's super, super fun. And they're honestly, I did get to smell the samples, and they are right on. Very nostalgic. All right. So I do want to keep us moving because we have a ton of reveals today. We are going to talk about Power Stars next. Andrew, I know like Wave 1 has been in hand for a little bit, and people are loving them. Do you want to give any preview before we jump straight into the new images?
Yeah, so Power Stars, if you haven't been paying attention, Power Stars is our 5-inch retro hero line. Very much look like something that would have come out in the mid 80s. The first wave that is already out and available is all King Features heroes. So that's Flash Gordon, Phantom, Ming the Merciless, and Prince Thun. There are second and third waves in development, but we're going to show off a real special item today.
Are you ready for it? Okay.
All right. So, got one right here. This is the Power Stars blank for customizing. So if you want to make really cool retro superhero action figures, this is really gonna be a big help. They're in gray, so you can they'll be easy to paint and customize them into whoever you want to have. The cape is white, easy to dye. It's got a number of different heads that are super easy to interchange. So we think people are really going to enjoy this one.
Yeah, these are pretty great. And here's kind of just some other images showing off the different heads. It's 5 heads in each pack, and the cape with the blank figure. And these, surprise, surprise, are up for pre-order right now. They're moving real fast at the factory. So, if this is something that you're interested in, definitely get those pre-orders in. So, all right, I see a bunch of people. I was sharing some of the comments and reactions as we go. So that's awesome. So yay for Power Stars. And, I saw a question. You hinted that there's more in development. Do you want to give any other hints here on what people can expect to see with some of the licensed characters?
Oh, how much do we want to say? I can go ahead and just say in general what Wave 2 is. We're not going to show you anything today, but Power Stars Wave 2 is a little bit of a departure, but it's awesome. It's Popeye, and it's going to be specifically from Popeye meets Sinbad the Sailor Fleischer short. So these guys look really cool, and I can't wait to show them off.
It's going to be really fun. And Nick is saying Power Stars custom class incoming. So Eric, I think that's a question for you since you lead all of our custom classes.
I mean, I don't see why not. It could be a big fun thing for Eric and I to do.
So lots more stuff coming here on Power Stars. Since we have several more brands, I'm going to keep us moving. So I know Tuesday we talked Vitruvian Hacks. We've got a couple of other special reveals today, Eric.
Sure.
So 10th anniversary was where we kind of focused on Tuesday. Are you ready for me to jump right into the 2 figures you're showing off today?
Yeah, just dive in.
Go for it.
The Coleoptera is finally going up for pre-order, and she's really, really great. She's got the 4 arms. She has kind of the 2 interchangeable insect-like heads. She has those cool double-ended blades. She's that glorious turquoise kind of color that's just fantastic.
That color's amazing in person. I love it.
I kind of loved all of the arms that came through on this image, so I had to grab it. Let's see. Everyone's real excited about Coleoptera. I think they might get real excited for this next one.
So Leonidas version 3 with in knight armor, as he is time traveling now. He's in this gold armor, and he's got some callbacks to his Spartan days with the spear and the swords. He's got the chevron on his shield instead of a medieval symbol or something, but yeah, so he is up for pre-order as well now, and these are the only 2 for the wave right now. The other 2 figures in the wave are just being held back for a short while until we have them worked out. So
yes. So as Eric said, both Leonidas and Coleoptera are up for pre-order. BossFightShop.com. All of our retailers have access to it as well. You'll probably see it on Big Bad and Entertainment Earth and Diamond and distributors, and then go ask your local shops that carry Boss Fight as well. Everybody's got access to this now, which is exciting. So we dropped some extra Vitruvian Hacks news. Let's see who's next. Oh, I had one more post. I lied. All right, let's see which brand is next. Fraggle Rock. All right. So Andrew, you have some real exciting news on Wave 1. We're showing off some images.
Yeah. So to start off really quick, Fraggle Rock is proceeding really well, and here is a sample of the first figure, Flange Doozer. He's freaking awesome. The helmet is removable. And as you can see, he actually has plenty of articulation for a little guy. So let's go ahead and get on to the new images of Wave 1.
Absolutely.
So these are the fine cut prints of the Doozer 2-pack from Wave 1. Sort of cropped out our little work in progress logo with the Doozers, but these are all very much, in motion, works in progress. What you're seeing is not the final product. It is just sort of the raw print that's been assembled. So we have Cotterpin and Architect from Back to the Rock. And yeah, these guys are unreal cool. I mean, the hair on these two when you see them in person, I can't get over it. It's so cool.
And next up,
and there's Gobo, and he's looking at his postcard accessory. Yeah, so the vest and the collar and his kerchief, those are all like secondary parts, and those will flex in production. You can see his big fluffy tail back there.
the sculpting is amazing, says Joel. Fred, do you want to talk about sculpting all of the fur on these like puppets?
Oh, really? I'm glad you like it. Thank you.
All of the Fred and Tony and all of the sculptors who have worked on the Fraggle Rock stuff are just, I gotta say, like, I think doing the best work I've seen them do on Fraggle Rock. It's unreal good. The textures and the fur and everything, it's incredible.
Their sculpting just gets better and better with every project. I'm always amazed.
Yes.
Yeah, and Kenneth, I see you asking about the breakability of these. These are the 3D prints, so they look really fragile because they are. It gets better and better as you kind of go through the process. Everyone's saying cheers to Fred. All right, let's show off the next one.
There is Red, and as you can see, we've positioned her with her sort of mixed up eyes and less than happy head and her wet pigtails, which I think those parts are just amazing. Yeah, I mean, Red is so cool. She's got that big sweatshirt and a lot of texture on that. It's just real cool.
Absolutely. And last one from Wave 1.
Uncle Traveling Matt. Yeah. He's got a lot going on in terms of detail. The backpack is amazing. He's holding the orb of understanding there, which is we silly creatures would refer to as a tennis ball. And yeah, I am just so happy with the way these guys are developing.
So Wave 1, moving nicely through the factory, later this year. You're going to reveal one thing from Wave 2 because we've been getting lots of questions about this.
Well, yes. So we have one teaser image from Wave 2. It is again a work in progress, a sculpt in progress. Our friends at Henson were very cool in letting us give you guys a little bit of a sneak preview. So go right ahead and.
All right. I hope all the Fraggle fans are ready because this is the one I personally have been waiting for.
So there's Sprocket.
Sprocket.
Yeah. And he is going to be fully articulated. He's going to have some special features that enable the jaw and eyebrows and ears to move, and just the work. You know, this is only, you know, partway there, but the work that's been done already in terms of the different textures and the fur, amazing. Just stunning sculpt on this one.
Yeah, this one, every time I look at it, I just get very excited.
Yeah. And so there is going to be Wave 2 will have 3 more characters to accompany Sprocket. And you know, when we have more updates, we will be certain to let you guys know.
I'm not scared of how big it's going to be. He's going to be big.
Yeah, he is. That's true. Sprocket is, you know, sized appropriately in relation to the Fraggles. So, you know, we're still trying to figure out the price point on him.
He is amazing. And we will be doing another boss fight live talking about Fraggle soon as we kind of reveal more in the production on Wave 1 and getting ready for Wave 2 as well. And everybody's very excited about these, loving all the comments. But we're also going to talk about Popeye.
Right. So to recap what's going on with Popeye Classics, Wave 1 is in stock. People have it. They like it.
Thank you.
And Wave 2 is almost here. It is on the way to us. Wave 2 is Pappy, the White Sailor Suit Popeye, Wimpy, and Sea Hag. Here's Wimpy right here. So cool. These guys are just, they came out great. They are so fun to play with. It's got that great Steven DeStefano art on it. Yeah, these are just a dream come true, and I hope you guys are excited about them.
Yeah, I mean, I think the entire team has been dying over the Popeye figures. Do you guys have favorites that are here so far?
I'm looking forward to Pappy's drunken shenanigans. So very pleased to get him.
Gotta be Wimpy. He's gonna be cool.
Yeah, Wimpy.
Yeah.
And his hamburger stacks.
Yeah, the giant amount of hamburgers that they come with is amazing.
Well, he comes with 3. Let's not set expectations too much. Maybe
That's a lot of hamburgers, Andrew.
Maybe if people want, we can explore other like hamburger building opportunities in the future.
In Andrew's world, 3 hamburgers is just not that many hamburgers.
Oh my goodness. Are we teasing? We're teasing one other one, right? The next wave?
Oh, yes. Yeah, indeed. So yeah, there's a lot of more Popeye planned. Wave 3 is very cool, but I think we're just going to talk about one of them today, and that is the Goon. This is very much Seeger's Goon from the comic strip, but it is a generic Goon and is not in particular Alice or any other Goon. So you can, if you want, you can army build the Goons, make a whole Goon Island display, have the Sea Hag abuse them in various ways. But yeah, man, I this figure is going to be amazing.
And we're seeing people ask, really, no more teases on what's coming on Wave 3? But they're very excited for the Goon. This is another one we'll do another boss fight live very soon on. Work is going through on these. Okay, so Popeye, and then Sam and Max. We have lots of things to talk about on Sam and Max.
Yeah, so there is, if you are, I will start with, if you are waiting for some nebulous sign to purchase Sam and Max Wave 1, you should not wait any longer. Stock is pretty low on those, and yes, please get them, and I promise you will love them. Wave 2 is basically done and will be on its way to us soon. Wave 2 comes in an even bigger box than Wave 1. We're calling these sort of a deluxe figure application. So there's the Rubber Pants Commandos in their box. All sorts of great new art from Steve Purcell, who is an absolute joy to work with. And we're going to talk about something real special. If you want to go ahead and put that slide up.
There you go.
So these these are the oversized Rotocast, old school Rotocast Sam and Max, Kaiju Sam and Mecha Max. As you can see, they're quite a bit bigger than the Wave 1 figures. They are about 9 inches tall, and they are just amazing. And we're going to be doing something a little bit different with these guys. Do you have any of the other images ready?
Don't. I just grabbed this one.
Oh.
Today. We were going to reveal the rest as we drop.
Okay. But I want to lay out sort of the special scenario around these guys. So because they're so big and they're using the special vinyl rotocast process, they're going to be a higher price point than the kind of thing we would usually do. So we're going to set these guys up for essentially crowdfunding through our store. And what we're going to do is we're going to, not today, but in the near future, like within the next week or two, these guys are going to be put up on the store. And from, have we coordinated with retailers, or is it just going to be us on these?
I believe retailers will also be.
Okay. So these will be available to pre-order through the usual channels. And what will happen is once we hit the minimum order numbers we need to hit, then they will go into production. We cannot begin production on these before that. There's going to be a couple other items we try this approach with throughout the year. But I hope you guys are really going to love these. These have been many years in development. Steve and I have gone back and forth on them a bunch of times. So yeah, I'm real excited about them. I really want to put them into production. So when they go up, I hope you guys will get in there and place those pre-orders real quick so we can move them forward.
Yeah, they're really neat. So I see all of the questions about other brands. I do also want us to touch on some of those. We'll hit more on the crowdfunding SAMMS in the coming weeks. We'll give a lot more detail through social channels, through email, etc., as those go up. So I'm gonna take down the slides so we can just kind of talk through a bunch of these other questions.
Before you start, Meredith, can we talk about the crowdfunding just briefly, where I'm seeing a lot of questions about this, and I just wanted to say that this is like the first experiment into crowdfunding within our own shop that we'd like to do. It doesn't require the same fees that Kickstarter does, and we're hoping if this works for us, yes, we can get out some of these bigger projects for bigger brand or for other brands that we can't do so easily day to day. Like somebody brought up a Hacks Dragon or things like that. Like that wouldn't be outside of the realm of possibilities if we can successfully use this crowdfunding feature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be a new test for us. So there might be a few hiccups as we implement it, but hopefully it'll go smoothly. We have a good app integration that we think will go well.
And remind me, Meredith, because I'm not sure, when we do this, it would not take money ahead of time. It would take on success of the project.
Once it funds at this, whatever, I think we're going off number of pieces, if I remember correctly. Yeah. It's been a minute. Okay. Let's see. Lots and lots of questions. Are there more blanks coming, Trina?
Yes, this year and next year you can expect a lot of blanks. I brought this up in the Hacks live a couple of days ago that you guys did a ton of customizing during COVID when everybody was shut down. We had a lot of customizing classes. And so we kind of burned through a lot of our stock while at the same time not having the same production power that we normally have. So we are kind of behind the gate on getting you new blanks, but we've got pretty much completed some reds, some blues, some purples. We've got Court of the Dead blanks that are wrapped up. We've got some new flesh tones and some old flesh tones of all shades ready to go later this year, early next year. And we've got a surprise that's kind of coordinated with our 10th anniversary that we'll talk about another day. So lots of blanks coming, accessories. We do have some plans for that to come as well. The priority is on the blanks right now, just because we are so backlogged on getting those.
Absolutely. Let's see. Here's asking about the BBTS exclusives. We talked about those Tuesday night. Do you want to do a real quick recap, Eric, on those?
Yeah, the two, the Red Knight and the Hobgoblin are pretty much in production now, and we have full package samples and stuff at the office. They're amazing. They're so much fun. All the different skulls that the Red Knight comes with and everything, very cool. But yeah, they should be very soon. Actually, we don't have an exact date yet, but they're scheduled to be hitting the water pretty soon for us.
Absolutely. Will we ever do another advent calendar?
We will see. The advent calendar was something we threw together very quickly. It was also a lot of work and a lot of planning. They are not easy to put together, but it doesn't mean we won't do one again, because it was a lot of fun and we love that item. So
it's also something that requires a very, very tight schedule. So we've got to make sure that we can meet that, where for obvious reasons, the past 2-3 years, having a tight schedule for everything has not been so possible.
Yeah.
Let's see. I saw a couple questions around Dr. Stone. Trina, you want to talk about Dr. Stone?
Yeah. Wave 1 of Dr. Stone is in its very final stages at the factory. So if you haven't put your pre-orders in for that, I recommend you do it soon. They look so, so good. I actually got a final sample of them at my office this week, and they look amazing. I'm so excited for them. Wave 2, I saw questions about Wave 2. I do not have any visual reveals because our licensor for Dr. Stone does not allow us to show anything until it is in its very last final stages. But I can say that next up, we've got some great characters. We've got Suika in there. I'm blanking off. We'll have to do a boss fight live later because I am completely blanked on those. But we have some great characters coming up that I know you guys are looking forward to, and you'll be excited to see. And I wish that we could share more progress on those. Our Japanese licensor just doesn't allow anything visual until product is nearly done.
Yeah. Let's see. Are we seeing delays get better or about the same?
Way better. Very few delays, honestly, these days. Other than we've got some previous backlogs from product that was running before, like you're seeing our Hacks Wave 7 coming. That's a previous delay. New stuff that we've started, though, has been so on schedule that it's almost scary for us.
The turnaround time on a couple of the items, I think Power Stars and Dr. Stone in particular was crazy fast. It you were like, what?
Yeah. So. We've also started pre-ordering later in the game, so by the time we put something up for pre-order, you can be pretty confident that it's in mid stages at the factory already. So you'll see a shorter time frame on your end once you've pre-ordered and in between that and your time of receipt.
Let's see. Any hints, Andrew, for the remaining Fraggle Rock Wave 2 characters?
They're all a puppet of some kind.
No, I'm gonna hold off on the rest of those guys. You'll be seeing them soon enough because they are going really, really well.
Great. And we're getting some questions about some of the other hacks that we've revealed, the other two in Wave 7. We've talked about Wave 8. I've seen lots and lots of questions on those. Eric, do you want to just kind of touch on that?
Yeah, Wave 7, we're just waiting on a update from the factory before we put them on pre-order. We didn't want to put them on pre-order until we reach this next step. But they're being worked on, so we should see that next step pretty soon. Wave 8 is in sculpt, I believe, Fred, but not finished yet. So, and very early in sculpt. And Wave 8 is a bit of a push because it's entirely new, all new, 3 all new body types, 4 all new figures, with all new parts across the board. There's no parts being brought forward from any other waves, so it's going to be it's an impressive wave, and it's also a lot of work.
Yeah, and I saw questions about the Bard and Desert Wanderer, and those are the other
Yes.
2 Wave 7 figures.
Yeah, those are the other Wave 7 figures. And yeah, so we're just waiting on some, that next step to be reached by the factory before we pull the trigger on that. I saw
Have we talked about
a question about the sorry about that, the Lucha Brother repaints that are on the back of the Lady Matavia and Conan packaging. Stay tuned for information on those. They kind of unfortunately, they got bottlenecked into some other with some other stuff. But we should have some answers on those pretty soon.
Have we talked about Wave 8 of
questions
Hacks, Eric?
on Zorro? We talked about on Tuesday, but you want to do a quick update on Zorro?
Yeah, Trina, we did just talk about Wave 8. That's the 4 new body types.
No, but have we talked about who they are and what they are?
Yeah, we have. I think we showed illustrations last year. So just as a reminder, they are a new orc body that's very big and large, taller than our normal figure, and it is 2 dwarf characters. So there's this new dwarf character who's shorter but squatter, like he's still big. He's still wide, I guess is the way to describe him. But he's shorter. And then there's the new tiny like halfling style body that's very small, very, very small. So yeah, that's going to be an exciting set, that Wave 8.
Awesome. And we had a question on the Zorro, the Mask of Zorro figures. I know we talked about that a little bit on Tuesday. Do you want to just kind of do a real fast update on that?
Yeah, we just finalized packaging and deco for Wave 2, which is the Antonio Banderas and Catherine Zeta-Jones. I just approved the final deco for her, for Catherine Zeta-Jones. So those should be moving to production very quickly now. Once packaging is all set, that's when they kind of start moving on that. And then the Zorro the Gay Blade will be right behind it, as we're finalizing packaging right now on that, but the figures are ready to go, and that packaging is a lot of fun. It might be some of my favorite packaging that we've ever done. So I'm excited for everybody to see that.
It is real exciting. Let's see. So many questions coming in.
I think. Oh, let me answer a different question, then I'll answer this one.
Okay.
So just to be clear, the stuff we've shown this week is not everything we're working on.
Yeah.
So people are asking questions about other lines, and it just means we're not ready to talk about those right now. So believe me, we're working on way too much, guys.
Yeah, there is a lot more coming that we can't talk about yet.
There is one brand, though, that keeps coming up today that we should address, and we've addressed this before. We no longer have the Bucky license. That doesn't mean never again for us, but right now we legally do not have the right to make any Bucky product.
Yeah.
So you will not be seeing new product from us until we announce that something has changed in the future, if we decide that's a route to go.
So let's jump back to Popeye. And are there other sizes planned? What are you thinking?
So let me see if I can sort of pull apart that question. So Popeye Classics continues in the scale it's in. which is, kind of 5-inch-ish. But then the Popeye Power Stars we talked about, Power Stars Wave 2, those will be a little different. Those will be scaled sort of to if you were going to put Popeye next to those hero characters. So it'll be a little smaller, retro articulation on those, stuff like that. So we're not planning any other scales for Popeye right now, but don't tempt me.
Let's see, Eric, any hints at the next series of Lucha before WrestleCon?
There's not too many hints that I could give. Ow. So I mean, they're just we have the two main lines, which is premium and Fanaticos. So there's a lot of figures coming up for both of those, both classic and modern. We're also about to start working on the next accessory sets, which are very exciting. I think everyone's going to like them a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm seeing a lot of questions about other brands. As Andrew stated, we're still doing a lot of work behind the scenes on many brands. We will be revealing a lot more in the coming months. You'll start to see a lot more of us doing, Boss Fight Lives and releasing news over social, etc.
Can I answer a quick question about Umbrella Academy?
Go for it.
I just saw that pop up, because that one, it just missed the cutoff because we got the sculpts for Wave 2 approved like too soon to get thrown into this. But Wave 2 is underway, and it has a lot of the characters that you're probably really excited to see, like Five and Allison, Ben with his tentacles, and Pogo, which I think we've shown all these or talked about them at one of our last lives, but sculpts were approved this week and they're being worked on now. So that's the most up to date on that.
And I want to tack on the note that the Umbrella Academy line is now available in the UK at HMV stores.
Oh yeah.
So that's really, really cool. So if you're in that area, please show up. Please buy some from there, and hopefully HMV will pick up some more of our stuff.
We're also hearing of sightings of it and Popeye at GameStop.
Yes.
In the US.
Yep. So lots more distribution, which is exciting. So, that was a lot of news that we've done this week between all those brands, and a lot more coming up in the coming months. We've had, I think, just since January, so many pre-orders out there. It might be fun to kind of go through, give some updates on those pre-orders, things we haven't touched upon already, obviously. Trina, do you want to go through some of your brands? I know we talked about Dr. Stone. We've talked about Strawberry. What else do you want to touch on?
Well, Dr. Stone and Strawberry first. If you haven't pre-ordered those figures, they are so far along that they won't remain up for pre-order very long. So make sure you get your pre-orders in ASAP on those. I've got my Court of the Dead Wave 2 is up, and they are gorgeous. I just got to see some fine cut samples from the factory. They're looking so good, so don't miss out on those. Let me think. There's, I think that might be all of my brands up for pre-order. Oh, the Lucha Libre, I Am Brilliance that just went up on Monday.
Yeah.
I think that's it for me.
All right. Eric, how about you? I know we touched on a bunch of them, including a bunch of hacks in the last couple of days. Do you want to talk about some of the other brands and where they are?
Yeah, of course. Of course, there's Vitruvian Hacks and Hero Hacks up right now. but we also have from MLW, we have Wave 1 premium figures. We also have the belt set, which is very cool, and MLW has some gorgeous belt designs, I think. Legends of Lucha Libre, we have Wave 2 of Fanaticos up right now, and that's moving along at a very fast pace at the factory, so those won't be up very long. We also have the ring with the slide out storage drawer and everything. We also have from my stuff. We should have talked about this earlier, but we have La Borinqueña Wave 1 is still up. We did have a kind of a slowdown in the middle of that was separate of all the other companies, of all the other products. It was just a trip up that we had, so unfortunately it got pushed back, but it is coming, and it is back on schedule now, so I'm really excited about that because it's a 6-inch scale line of figures, even though La Borinqueña herself is actually shorter because she's very petite character, but the other characters are 6 to 6.5 inches. So it's exciting to kind of get those out there. They should play very well with some other legendary superhero lines.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that's most of my stuff.
Cool. Andrew, I know we talked about a bunch of your brands today, but any others that we haven't touched on that you want to give updates on?
Geez, what else can I talk about? I don't know. I mean, quick, ask me a question.
Yeah, everybody's got so much happening. It's crazy. I think we actually gave updates on most of your brands, this week, which is exciting. None are coming to mind on my mind, but again, with 20 brands, sometimes. Fred, I'm going to ask you a little bit of a different question because, you touch almost all of the Boss Fight product in some way. Of the pre-orders that we've announced that are out there, what is your favorite one that you are looking forward to?
The pre-orders?
Yeah.
I have to go back with Epic Skellies because I didn't work on those, so I mean, it looked great.
It's more fun if you don't work on it.
Yeah,
it really is.
It looked better if I don't work on it.
Yeah. It's more of a surprise if you're not looking at it day in and day out.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's fun. So, I think that's a really good kind of way to wrap up today because that was a ton of news. This week has been crazy. Yes, Trina.
Can I say one more thing since it sounds like you're getting ready to wrap up?
Yeah.
Okay, this is not product related, but after 10 years, I feel like there are some people we need to thank, like starting with the rest of us who are not in the room with us because we couldn't coordinate all of our people, which we hope to do that shortly in the future so everybody can meet all the boss fighters you haven't met. But Tony, Chris, Kate, Ryan, Dave, Eric Ridlon, we wish you were with us too. We love you. You guys have done beautiful work for us, and we appreciate everything you've done with us over the years. All of our freelancers we've got a lot of freelancers, consultants, business partners that are not on the payroll every day, who do so much work for us and work so hard and sometimes longer hours than we do. And then, of course, all of you guys, all of our fans who continue to support us even after we've been around for 10 years.
Absolutely. It's lots and lots of updates, and I think there's even more to come over the next year based off everything that everybody on the team has been working on. 10 years, guys, insane. I know we started the week by saying like, oh my gosh, did you think you'd be here? I think as we walked through the week, it is just a world of difference from where you guys even started, right? And how much product you guys are putting out there. And I saw somebody say that, they're getting boss fight shipments every 3 to 4 weeks at this point with all of the new product, which is a great place to be as we kind of enter in that next decade. So you guys have also done an amazing job. So I'm going to thank all of you guys for leading. I see Anthony saying he can't wait to see what happens on the 20-year anniversary.
Oh, can we be retired by then, guys?
Oh my goodness. We loved spending this week with all of you guys, our fans. So thank you. You know, we still get a kick out of seeing everybody's comments and what gets you guys excited, and it's fun. So thank you. We will be doing a lot more boss fight lives, as we said, with a lot more product updates as we kind of get through the next round of stages on things. And I think that's about it. I've been talking for a week now.
I would just add, of course, echo all those thanks, and just add, if you have a friend who's a toy collector and doesn't really know our stuff, tell them.
Your local shop who might not carry our stuff.
Definitely your local shop.
Yep, absolutely. All right, guys, happy 10-year anniversary. I hope to see everybody, all of these fans on the next Boss Fight Live. We'll announce it soon. And we hope you have a fantastic end to your week and a great weekend. I start posting pictures of which toys you're playing with this weekend. We'd love to see it. All
Thank
right,
you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.